Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports with Munga. It's 100 million euro penalty miss and 115 million euro penalty conceded. This was one of those games where I was utterly frustrated. I don't even support Chelsea, but I was so frustrated by the game that they played and the way West Ham managed and showed the boys from the men. Like you could see the difference in the game. Who was managing the game, how they got in the head of all Chelsea players, and how they just couldn't manage them afterwards. Like eventually they just lost their heads completely lost their heads. Mauricio Pochettino has a huge problem at his hand. He has a team which has the potential to beat everybody, but the team is not reaching its potential. Now the question is, who's the problem? Chelsea have made signing after signing, breaking the British transfer fee records over the summer, but previously as well. It's not this they're spending this summer, but then they need consistency, and who gives them this consistency is the big question. West Ham United won 3-1 against Chelsea. The Hammers basically put their authority with the first goal scored by none other, by an unlikely score. Okay, I'm going way far ahead, but unlikely source. But then that they should not have conceded that goal. Chelsea should not have conceded. That was a very easy goal to concede. Naif Aguerd scores a header in the 7th minute. And then Chelsea is trying to come back, and they do come back. They start kind of dominating. As West Ham is kind of completely blown by the pace that they have right now. And of course, from the right, from Raheem Sterling. Oh my God, that guy was on fire. He was the best player that Chelsea had. And that ended up basically Chukwuemeka scoring the goal at 28th minute. I'll get this name again right. Chukwuemeka. Yeah. So Chukwuemeka gets the goal in the 28th minute after a deflected shot. Chilwell pushes the ball in, but then I think Soufal tries to clear it, but then only till Carney, and Carney cuts the ball in to have a beautiful shot to kind of finish the goal. But that was not enough. Lucas Paqueta, and I think he is a brilliant. There's a reason why Man City are going for him. He has a tenacity, and he holds the ball really, really well. And he is a character. He is a character who kind of does not let go. Through his ball gets Mikel Antonio one-on-one with Disasi and Colwell. He beats both of them, and he fires a thumbs goal like the striker that we know Mikel Antonio to be, and it gets 2-1. At this moment, you feel okay. Chelsea will try to come back, and this will happen in the 53rd minute, and Chelsea concede, and you feel that something might happen, and it does happen because West Ham concede a penalty. And West Ham has already kind of conceded a penalty, they've considered a penalty before, and they're not able to put this away. Chelsea, yeah, it was like in the 53rd, before the first half ended, in the 43rd minute, Chelsea get the penalty, and Enzo Fernandez steps up, and Alfonso Areola saves it beautifully, and that's what the 100 million euro penalty miss. And I feel okay, it'll come back. But after this Antonio's goal, the game was almost, you felt like something might happen. Chelsea might react, but then they're given a lifeline after Naif Aguerd puts up it's a very late challenge on on Jackson, and then he's already on the yellow. He gets the red. So from 67th minute, Chelsea is playing a man up against West Ham. And Pochettino Pochettino gets all his attacking strikers. He gets in Madueke, he takes out Gallagher, he puts in Mudryk is in, he puts in he basically takes out everybody who's a defensive minded. He takes out Malo Guzzo to put in Mason Burstov as a striker. But then at the end of it, and he eventually gets in Moises Caicedo as well before the red card. He gets in Moises Caicedo for Ben Chilwell in the 65th minute, and Caicedo starts the game. But then they are not they can't sustain the game. They're not able to sustain the game. Chelsea's not able to hold the game, but West Ham is not doing them favors as well because they're still attacking. They're not taking the ball to the corner. They're still trying to attack. And that turns. It basically, they concede the penalty. Lucas Paqueta, again, Lucas Paqueta finds Emerson, who puts the ball back in, but then Caicedo puts in a leg, and he's late. And yeah, Lucas Paqueta gets the ball and scores a penalty. It's 3-1 to West Ham, and bragging rights are theirs. Lucas Paqueta is like, he's in the face. He's in the face of Moises Caicedo. All the Chelsea fans have started to leave already. You could see from the stands that people were already leaving. But this is for David Moyes. It's a really thumping show of intent of what West Ham can do. They were 10 men down. They didn't leave it, and they still won 3-1. That's kind of interesting. But I don't know what Chelsea needs to do. I have no idea what Chelsea needs to do with this team. It's so strange. They have so many amazing players. They have so many amazing players that they can play with, like the likes of everybody. Nicholas Jackson is amazing. They've Chilwell. I have my concerns with Gallagher. I really don't like Gallagher. I don't know why, but I really think he's very slow. He takes the game. He instead of moving forward, he takes the ball backwards. Enzo Fernandez, full of confidence. He missed the penalty, but he got up and he did what he did. Colwell was really good. Sanchez made a couple of saves. Disasi, Thiago, back three is something of a concern still, but Colwell was a good player. Disasi, I think the pressure gets to him. These are young players. You have to understand. These are young players. This is young talent. But then there's so much on the bench. Of course, Mudryk came in, Madueke came in, Caicedo, Burstov, but then he didn't play Cucurella. He could have put Cucurella up in. So there's a lot that needs to be figured out. For West Ham, they got in Edson Alvarez. He could play the game. He got his first minutes in the West Ham jersey as well. James Ward-Prowse started the game in the 7th minute he was the provider of that goal, beautiful goal in the first half for West Ham. So things are kind of kicking in. I think it is hard to say that it was a London derby, but it's hard to say who came out top because this is just the second game. This is not it's not like the 10th game of the Premier League. But then Chelsea need to get their act together. Mauricio Pochettino needs to understand what needs to happen in this team to click. West Ham will be happy that they did the good business. They lost Declan Rice to Arsenal, but then that is for now not showing there is missing in the current lineup the way they're playing. So I'm really, really interested to see how Chelsea and what will Chelsea do? How will Chelsea kind of proceed from here? Because you expect that this will not. People will watch these games and feel that things can chap. They have a chance. They next play Luton Town, so I'm hoping that will be an easier game. After that, they play the EFL second round with Wimbledon before coming back to Premier League to play against Nottingham Forest on 2nd of September. The round of games is easier, but then what's the playing 11? That's what's the problem for, I think, Mauricio Pochettino right now. He doesn't know his playing 11 confirmed for now because of the changes. And they still don't have a striker. They've spent so much money and they still don't have a striker. That's kind of baffling to me. West Ham will face Brighton, Luton, and City in their next 3 fixtures. I think Luton is to be considered, the easier of the games. Brighton will be hard. City will be hard, but then if West Ham play the way they played or showed character today, it will be a difficult game for all the top sides to play against them. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this game, and how do you see this Chelsea side recovering and West Ham side growing in confidence from this amazing win that they've had against Chelsea. Do like this video, do share. What I've known is like 3,000 people have unique viewers, new viewers have seen this video or have been seeing my channel, but they have not subscribed. So I really request you to subscribe and hit the like button. It just means a lot to me, and I'm hoping this will kind of, you like this content so you can get more of it more often. I will keep doing these long form videos as and when I can. I'm doing more of shorts, but then I'm trying to figure out how to do a live stream as well, so we can do a match along and so on and so forth. But let me know in the comment section below, what more would you like me to do? Do like, do share, and do subscribe to this channel. That'll be really appreciated. Until next time, I'll see you there.